Hey you guys, welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Mink and this is MinksKinks. And as you guys read, it's a book haul. It's a book haul. As you guys can see, the bookshelf is filling up like freaking crazy. I mean, there are literally books in every nook, cranny, and crevice on this bookshelf, y'all. And somehow in February, I have accumulated 13 new books. Let me tell y'all, haven't bought one. Blessed and highly favored. Yup. My birthday month was in February, Valentine's Day was in February, so I definitely accumulated a couple books, and I'm here to show y'all. When I tell y'all I gotta lay off the books, okay, because girl, I don't even know where to put them. I don't even know where to put them. I did find out about a new website, Z Library. Girl, my friend put me on to that, and it's like you could download just about any book for free, girl. Okay, and I've been downloading stuff on my Kindle like freaking crazy, so I definitely want to work through some of my physical TBR, some of the TBR on my Kindle, my digital TBR, I guess, of sorts. But we definitely have 13 books to add to the collection, and I'm of course excited to have them. So of course, before we go ahead and get into this haul, hey, my name is Mink. I do natural hair, lifestyle, book and beauty content. So if you're interested in any of those things, of course, go ahead, please hit that subscribe button, join the King fam. If you're new around here, of course, leave me a comment down below, let me know that you're new here. But also, y'all, let me know how y'all feel about the book content. I wasn't sure if I wanted to continue book content on YouTube, but girl, here I am. So let's go ahead and get into these books. Okay, y'all, so I'm going to start out the order in the different places that I got the books. So majority of this haul is from Bookoutlet. They had their $5.99 sale. Listen, love her. So I'm going to hold off that until the end because of course that's the bulk of the situation. So let's go ahead and start with the other two places that I received books from. So y'all, the first book I have here is called As You Wish by Lisa Cross Smith. And y'all, get into the cover. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Love this. This is the same author of what is that book called? This Close to Okay. Girl, I had to run through my little memory, girl, to figure out who okay, anyway. As you guys can see, my mind is jumbled. Very excited for all of these books, but this is the same author of This Close to Okay. I think I read that maybe 2 years ago. I liked it. It wasn't a love. It wasn't a book that I kept. But girl, the publisher reached out to me, and I don't know if they saw my older TikTok, girl, I don't know. But the publisher reached out and was like, hey, we would love to send this to you. And I said, absolutely. So let me tell you what this is about. So in short, it says that it is a heartwarming story of found family, love, and second chances about 3 American au pairs in Seoul who realize a wish may be all they need to make their dreams come true. Absolutely, very excited to read this, and this is supposed to be released in June 2024. So yeah, definitely excited for this one, and it's about 350 pages. Okay, y'all, so next I did make a trip to Barnes & Noble. I was really excited. I got called, hey, you want to go? Absolutely, I do. Really excited about the 2 books I got. They are some that I've had my eye on, but girls just hadn't made it to the bookstore yet, so I'm definitely happy to have them. First up is Losing Sight by Tati Richardson. And y'all, I've actually heard quite a bit about this book in particular. She did write another book. Hold on, let me open up my Goodreads so I can tell you the book name. The other book that she wrote is The Build Up. It's a black romance novel, and I feel like I've heard quite a bit about that. It's actually already on my want to read shelf. But this book I actually feel like I was hearing a lot about. So again, this is called Losing Sight, and it is a romantic comedy. Listen, it's spicy, okay? I found myself flipping through and was like, oh, heard you. Get into the cover. Absolutely love this. And y'all, if I'm being honest, I think this might be my most anticipated read from this entire haul. Like, really pressed. So I'm gonna read the whole back for you guys, and yeah. So it says, sports reporter Tanika Nikki Ryan is at the top of her game until she isn't. Squinting at the teleprompter and fumbling lines, she loses her coveted Thursday night football spot to a younger, less qualified woman. And that's only the start of her troubles. After her impaired sight leads to an accident nearly costing her life, Tanika finds herself in the office of a handsome widowed optometrist, Gideon Miles, period. Their mysterious circumstances lead Tanika to an enchanted pair of glasses, changing her world and Gideon's forever. With help from her boss chick village and a bit of magic, Tanika finally learns to see the love that's right in front of her eyes. In this high heat and hilarious rom-com that harkens the golden age of black romance, which I love, celebrated novelist Tati Richardson proves life is sweeter after age 40 and gives readers of all ages a reason to believe in second chances. Absolutely. Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. I'm so excited about this. I needed this so bad, so I'm so happy to have this. Let me tell y'all, it isn't super long. It's just over 300 pages, 306-ish. I'll be reading this soon. This is definitely giving spring summer read. Yes, ma'am. And then y'all, the second book that I got from Barnes & Noble is none other than Real by Kennedy Ryan. And honestly, let me show y'all the cover, because the cover is, I truly did not know what this book was about until after I bought it. Yeah, I'm one of them. Do y'all see this? Oh my goodness. This cover is truly freaking stunning. I had seen this in a couple different stores, and honestly, I just didn't pick it up because I know that I don't need any books, but I absolutely love Kennedy Ryan. There's actually more of her in the rest of this haul. I love her work. Before I Let Go, oh my goodness, what a beautiful book. What a beautiful book. So yeah, I absolutely had to have this, and the cover of this, yeah. So y'all, just from the back of this book, what I took from it is that this is a budding actress, and she gets an opportunity, and her life changes, girl. Like, it seems like overnight. She ends up falling for, I don't know if he's an actor, director, I don't know, somebody else in the business. And it's, from what it sounds like, it's like, can she have it all type of thing. So I'm really excited to read this. Y'all know Kennedy Ryan, she is the queen of writing a romance, okay? So good. And she has a lot of books, Kennedy Ryan, but this, I know all of the girls and guys love Real. And as you guys can see, this is a very thick book. This one is a little bit over 460 pages, so this one's lengthy for sure. All right, y'all, so those are the books I got outside of Bookoutlet, and then there was a Bookoutlet order. Now let me tell y'all, Bookoutlet, y'all know, if you shop from there, if you're subscribed to their emails and stuff, y'all know they do a $5.99 fiction sale, and I benefited this time. Y'all, I have a box full of freaking books. So since we just finished talking about Real from Kennedy Ryan, I actually did pick up the whole entire Hoop series from Kennedy Ryan as well. Again, the Hoop series is one that I continue to hear about, and from what I understand, these are more emotional, and these are going to wreck you, girl. Okay, so I'm really excited to have all of them. So there is Hookshot, there is Longshot, and then last but not least, there is Blockshot. So this is a 3-part series, and y'all, these books are thick, okay? Very thick. Honestly, again, I can't really tell you too much about what this story really entails. I know that it's about basketball. Y'all, I promise you that's all I know. I know that I love Kennedy Ryan. I know that I love these covers, and I knew that I needed to have them for $5.99. That's all. So I believe that Longshot is book 1 in this series. I do wish that it was like numerated somewhere on here, girl, because they're all just about the same. So let's go ahead and read the back so that we can know what this story is going to be about. But girl, these books are long, these books are thick, and it's a 3-part series, so I'm sure I'm in for a ride for sure. She kissed the prince and he turned into a fraud. Girl, not a frog, a fraud, okay? Now her fairy tale is upside down. Iris Dupree meets August West in a sports bar during her last semester of college. It's the conversation of a lifetime and sends sparks flying in every direction. The connection is undeniable, but the timing is all wrong. August is poised for the NBA draft and Iris belongs to another man. Basketball golden boy and August's longtime rival, Messi. The two go their separate ways, but as they often recall that electric night that could have been, while August has embarked on his all-star life studded with wealth and fame, Iris's perfect public relationship has become a nightmare behind closed doors. A tarnished dream of fool's gold. When August re-enters her life, the world seems briefly bright again, but Iris's darkest nights are not over yet. To survive, she must build her own strength and trust that her bond with August can endure after all this time, even when her fraudulent prince has vowed never to let her go. Girl, if that didn't reel you in, I don't know what will, but I'm definitely excited to see where this takes me. But girl, like I said, I could tell you just from reading the back of that one book, this is gonna take me for a ride. All right, y'all, I pulled another stack of books from out the box. I have so many books, y'all. So the next book that I actually pulled out the box, girl, is Sister Friends Forever, and this is by Kimberly Lawson Robbie, I think is how you would pronounce her name. Love, 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 love the cover. And y'all, it was so funny. I distinctly remember seeing this book at Barnes & Noble and seeing the cover with these beautiful black women on the cover, and I'm like, girl, I need that, just to turn around and find it on Bookoutlet for $5.99. You gotta check Bookoutlet. You gotta check Bookoutlet. You have to check Bookoutlet. It's such a deal. I absolutely think that I'm going to love this book. This book follows 4 women, as you guys can see, and they are friends. You know, they've been friends, I think they said since like childhood. They've been friends, locked in through thick and thin, ups and downs, and for whatever reason, the year that this book takes place, all of them are going through it in their personal lives and just sharing with each other. Y'all know how it is with sisters, and you sometimes take it out on the siblings or don't relate. Girl, y'all know I have a sister, okay? And sometimes, you know, the relationship with your siblings can just be a little bit rough, and it's really a test of their friendship and just getting through the hard times with a girl group. And I'm so excited to read this. I absolutely love positive representations of black women being friends, okay? One of my favorite tropes, one of my all-time favorites. I love a girl group and they get through life together. We love to see it. I love to see it. Very excited to read this book, and the cover is stunning. This one again isn't too long. It's about 330-ish pages. Look at this blue, like, come on girl, I love this. Next, from Bookoutlet, I picked up The Love Script, and this is by Toni Shallow. This is a Love in the Spotlight novel, and I do believe that this is a 3-part series. I didn't know that until I followed the author on Instagram, but I do believe that this is book 1 out of 3. And I mean, come on, the cover had me sold. Y'all know me. And y'all, I love a book that is able to get right to the point, quick, fast, and in a hurry. And it says it big and bold on the back. A Hollywood hairstylist, a silver screen latest heartthrobs, and a love that goes off script. So I do know that this is a fake dating relationship turned real dating. I love a fake dating trope. I don't know why, y'all. It's just one of my faves. Yeah, y'all, I don't know. I absolutely am very excited to read this, especially knowing that this is a whole series too. Really excited to read this. I think there's a situation where there's like a viral moment that leads them to this fake dating relationship. And y'all, I gotta say, I love a contemporary romance that takes place like right now. I'm really excited to read this. I think this will be a great escapism type of book. Girl, put me in a different world, okay? Very excited to read this. Love that this is a black woman author, and love that this is a 3-part series, girl, because now I got more books of it. And this one is 330-ish pages, which is, I guess, about the standard. Alright, y'all, the next book that I picked up from the Bookoutlet haul, this is called Stiletto Sisterhood, and this one is by Fallon DeMornay. Girl, y'all know I be butchering authors' names, so I apologize if I said that wrong. But on the cover it says Friends by Chance, Sisters by Choice. So y'all, again, very excited about this one. And as I'm sure you could guess, this again takes place in a sisterhood of friends. I think it's four or five girls, and it's about their friendship. Again, they're going through things in their personal lives. Things are crashing down. There's high highs and low lows like any other time in anybody else's life. It's really just following each girl's life and how their friendship, their sisterhood, I'm assuming, kept them afloat. I think that this will be very similar to Sister Friends Forever and the Stiletto Sisterhood. I think that these are both about female friendships and the importance of them and having a village, and I love to see it. Yeah, very excited. Alright y'all, I know this video is getting a little lengthy. Leave me a like down below if you are still watching, and drop me the book emoji. Let me know a book that you're interested in picking up. Y'all, I promise we are almost done. The next book that I have here is called Finding Yvonne by Brandy Colbert. Again, didn't know what this book was about, just saw the cover and had to have it. I mean, come on, cover. And y'all, to be quite honest with you, I still don't know what this book is about. So let's go ahead and read this one together. It says, some choices are easier than others, and I still have the most difficult one ahead of me. Yvonne has had her trusted violin to keep her company for years, especially in those lonely days after her mom walked out on her family. Oof. But with graduation just around the corner, Yvonne is forced to face the cold hard truth. She might not be good enough to get accepted into a music conservatory after high school. Yikes. Full of doubt and increasingly frustrated by her strained relationship with her father, Yvonne meets a street musician who understands her struggle. He's mysterious, charming, and different from Warren, the familiar and reliable boy who's had her heart for the last 2 years. But when Yvonne gets an unexpected surprise that could change her life forever, she has to make the hardest decision yet. And girl, honestly, I'm assuming she gets into this music school and has to choose if she's going to stay or if she's going to go, but we'll see. Had to get it because of the cover, but I'll keep y'all posted. Alright y'all, so the next book that I have from the haul is by Lucy Score. So this one is thick, y'all. Look, this is thick. I did pick up another Lucy Score novel. It is The Dead Guy Next Door. I picked that up, I think, maybe about a month ago, maybe 6 weeks ago, y'all. I know. I picked that one up from like a grocery store. And I know that this author has a lot of books, and I didn't realize that that was a part of a series. I don't believe that this one is, which is why I specifically went ahead and picked this one up. This one says on the cover that it's a grumpy boss romantic comedy, so it's definitely giving workplace romance. I think they work at a magazine company or like a fashion label, something like that. So I'm really excited to read this, y'all, and see what it's talking about, because as you guys can see, this is giving a dictionary. Okay, this is a thick book. And girl, sometimes I be wondering, when a book is this thick, like, was it really that much to talk about? Y'all, I turned right to the author's note, and I just have to read this to you. It says, "Dear reader, this book came from 2 places. Me wondering what the heck an office romance would look like after the Me Too movement got everyone talking about consent and positions of power, and my obsession with The Devil Wears Prada." Y'all, I love The Devil Wears Prada. That's one of my all-time favorite movies. So now I'm really pressed to read this. And this is ranking at about 550 pages. My goodness, it's going to take me some time to read this one. This is thick. Very thick. But also pink. So we love that. And y'all, if you guys see like Target stickers or other brand stickers, it's because I believe that Bookoutlet gets all like the overstock, overflow type of material, and that's why they sell it at such a cheaper price, because it's, you know, like the overflow, I guess. Hopefully that makes sense. This is my second to last book. This one is called The Bird. This Bird Has Flown. Not flown the coop. This Bird Has Flown. And this one is by Susanna Hoffs. Y'all, this one did sound very good to me. It talks about like a early 30-something who isn't where she wants to be, and, you know, like finding herself, you know, that type of thing. Y'all, just turned 26, so I feel like I'm too old for YAs but too young for some other stories. And I have been loving the early, or I guess the 20s to 30s. I don't know, girl. I don't know. So from what I took from the back of this book, this woman, the main character, her name is Jane. She worked in the music industry, and I think she had like one really, really good song, and that was 10 years ago. And now she's like trying to rebuild her life, because I don't know if the music career failed or like what happened, but it says by turns deeply sexy, riotously funny, and utterly joyful, The Bird Has Flown explores love, passion, and the ghost of our past, and offers a glimpse inside of the music business that could only come from beloved songwriter Susanna Hoffs. Oh, so I wonder if she's a songwriter in like real life. Interesting. I love that. And honestly, I love the cover of this book. I love her little cheetah print jacket. It's just very, very cute, very sleek, very subtle, but cute. And yes, y'all, as I'm reading the back of this book, it does say that the author co-founded the Bangles in 1981, whom she recorded and released a string of chart-topping singles, period. And now she's an author. We love to see it. And again, this one is about 350 pages. Alright, y'all, and we have made it to the very last book of this haul. 13 books later, and we have made it to the end. The last book we have in this stack is actually called The Lifestyle by Taylor Hahn. Honestly, y'all, I picked this up because this was on clearance at Bookoutlet. I didn't even know they had clearance, girl. So, y'all, when I tell you this book was $4.99 and it's a hardcover, had to pick it up. And this book sounds so messy, and y'all know I love a messy book. And let me read y'all the juicy details in the insert. Part glitzy Manhattan fairy tale and part loving homage to Jane Austen, The Lifestyle follows Georgina Wagman as she dives headfirst into the New York City swinger scene in an attempt to save her marriage and meddle in everyone else's. Okay, so I'm pretty sure from what I remember reading this when I initially added it to the card, she caught her husband in a situation. Okay, and instead of getting divorced, she decided to explore. And girl, I think this book is gonna be so messy, and I simply couldn't leave this on the shelves for it being a hardcover for $4.99. Absolutely, you might as well come on home with me. Yeah, y'all, so as you guys can see, I somehow ended up with all of these freaking books. I feel like I'm doing like a balancing act holding these up. Let me put them down. I somehow ended up with all of those freaking books, and I'm so excited to have them, so excited to read them, so excited to get into my thoughts and share all the details and everything with you guys. If you don't follow me over on Goodreads, go ahead and do so. I also have a story graph, so if you're curious about, you know, tracking my reading in real time, get my thoughts in real time, of course go ahead and add me as a friend over there. But I also include a book review in almost all of my vlogs. I finish about a book every 10 days or so at this point, depending on the book, but I read a lot, y'all. So if you are curious about my thoughts and reviews on the books, of course go ahead, watch my vlogs, go ahead, follow me on Goodreads. If you want more bookish content, definitely let me know. Leave a comment down below, leave me a recommendation of something that you might be interested in seeing from me. But yeah, y'all, today that is the end of this video. I'm getting ready to put these books, child, and try and figure out where I'm gonna put them on this shelf. But I love you guys so much. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.